Welcome back to 6 News at 5. Time to take a look at your weather. And we had a little bit of a swing today. When you woke up this morning, if you had to get to work by 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, you were dealing with some very cold weather. In fact, about 10 degrees below the average for this time of the year. And I told you yesterday, yeah, we had some 30s in the forecast, but we knew there was always the possibility, told you this last night, that we could get even colder than what that forecast had, depending on how well we were able to cool off in the overnight hours. And obviously, we had plenty of efficiency there as we got all the way down to 29 this morning. Did make it up to 64 this time of the year. Wild swings are not necessarily out of the question for this time of the year because once we get a cold front in, that brings in the drier air. And of course, that's able to cool off and heat up a little more efficiently than humid air, which is what we're used to in the summertime and the spring. In terms of where we are right now, 60 in Temple and Marlin, 59 from Waco to Killeen, 61 right now in Gatesville. So everybody cooling off a little bit at this hour, and we'll cool off again tonight. It is going to be another cold night. Couple of reasons why. One, we have light winds. We've had light winds throughout the day, and they're still pretty calm at this hour, around 5 to 10 miles per hour tops. We're dealing with a little bit of a high pressure system, so that is kind of centered over the area, so winds are kind of variable in terms of direction. You can see over towards I-45 seeing some southwest winds, over towards our western counties seeing some southeast winds, so not a huge factor in terms of direction, but that calm factor with those winds, that's what's going to help us cool off overnight as well. Combine that with clear skies and you have all the ingredients for another chilly night. Now, I don't think we're going to have the widespread freeze that we saw this morning, but don't worry, things are going to cool off plenty as we head through the night. As you can see, the 50s there by about 6 o'clock, down to the mid and upper 40s by 9, 10 o'clock, and then down to the lower 40s by the time we get to midnight. And we'll keep going from there, obviously, because we'll continue to cool off for the next 6 hours as well as we head towards tomorrow morning. And we will see more 30s. Like I said, I don't think the freeze will be as widespread as it was this morning, and there will be several areas tomorrow morning that are a little closer to 40 degrees. But again, the lower to middle 30s. That is going to be basically where we are by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And by the way, that's where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. Our normal low for this time of the year is 38. So that's kind of right on par with what we would expect for early to mid December. In terms of tomorrow afternoon, it'll be much like today where we warm up from those lower 30s into those middle 60s across central Texas. We might tack on a degree tomorrow. Going to be pretty similar though to what it was today. And again, pretty close to the averages for this time of the year as well. So that's what a cold front can do for us. We start to get a little above average, and then a cold front comes through and we kind of return to where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. Now for your next 3 days, I just mentioned it, right? We get the cold fronts, we cool off, we then warm back up. That's what we're going to see heading into the weekend. For your Thursday, again, 62 to 65 across the area. Friday, closer to 70 degrees. That's where we'd start tacking on those rain chances heading into the weekend. And by the way, we absolutely do need the rain, so this is all good news. Better chances as we head towards Saturday morning. And by the time we get to Saturday morning, once we're dealing with those 70-degree temperatures, a little bit more humidity, a little bit more moisture in the air, we could spark off a couple of bolts of lightning, a couple of rumbles of thunder there as we head through the early parts of your Saturday, with some of those shower chances lasting into the evening as well. So this is what we're kind of looking at for your Friday. Mostly the rain chances will be late. We could see some spotty showers tomorrow afternoon, but mainly in the evening and into the overnight. Saturday morning, our best chances there, and then everything will start to slide off to the east by the time we get towards Saturday evening, with a break as we head towards Sunday. Here's your 7-day forecast. Those rain chances again, we'll get a break for Sunday, still holding on to a 20% chance, primarily for the early hours on Sunday, but for the most part, we'll be dry on Sunday. And then by Monday, we bring those shower and thunderstorm chances back into the forecast, with temperatures staying relatively near 70 degrees there through the weekend, the early part of next week. But then our next cold front that comes in behind those showers and thunderstorms will have us back into the 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Remember, you don't have to wait for me. You can get your forecast whenever you want it. You just have to download our free 6 Plus app on Fire TV, Apple TV, and on Roku.